Welcome back to the Carlisle Med Gym. We're here with week 11 of our series on smart core training. We've been going over the past 10 weeks a number of different challenges for core stability with the primary focus of spine health as well as functional core training for performance. And so we've been talking about different challenges to challenge your anterior core, posterior core, lateral core, as well as rotational core stability. Last week we talked about the chop and lift exercises and how we can start to build these into more functional patterns where we're doing an upper body diagonal pattern while we encourage core stability. So today we're going to add another challenge to that. We're going to get into another more functional core stability challenge when we talk about loaded carries. Loaded carries are something that maybe not incorporated into mainstream exercise programs, but it's one of the most fundamental and functional ways that we can challenge the core as well as the rest of the body for stability. So we're going to talk about a few different ways that you can incorporate loaded carries into your routine today, and there's a few different ways that you can load it as well. You can use dumbbells, you can use kettlebells, you can use sandbags, you could use barbells if you're feeling really strong. So however you load it, the important thing is to encourage stability and perfect posture as you go through these patterns. So we're going to show you a couple options today, and typically when we do these we want to start with something that you can really control well, that you're not having to swing side to side when you're carrying it, that you can maintain your posture, as well as holding for time. So it's really about endurance and not about as heavy as you possibly can hold right off the bat. So we might do a 30, 40 yard carry, we might do a specific timed carry, but either way it's a really good stability challenge for the core. So I'm going to start off by showing you a 2-arm carry. For this we can take dumbbells, kettlebells, whatever you got, and we're going to just take 2 arms. So loading the body symmetrically and just putting a little bit of compressive load down through the spine and through the core, and you got to stabilize against that. So I'm going to walk. Maintaining tall posture, hands out a little bit away from the body. Again, I'm not swinging side to side, I'm maintaining that posture. Another way to challenge this is just take one of the weights, set it down, and now do a 1-arm carry. Really good challenge for lateral core stability. So now as I walk, I'm making sure that I'm not side bending at all. I'm maintaining that stability against load. The heavier you go, the harder it's going to be to maintain that posture. But again, it's not necessarily about how heavy you go, but about how well you maintain your posture and not dumping to the side. So progressing from that, there's a couple options. If you have a kettlebell, we can start to load a little more shoulder challenge as well as core challenge as we go with an overhead carry. So racking the kettlebell here, we can go straight overhead. And now as we get into this position, we got to maintain a lot of shoulder stability as we don't let it push us back into an extended posture. So a lot of core control. The offset loading of having it in just one hand also works a little bit of lateral stability. So we're getting a lot of different challenges on the body. So walking with this overhead position, we can also do just a front rack shoulder position. Again, a little bit of a lateral stability challenge and not letting it push you backwards. And so the last challenge we have for you is a bottoms up hold. So either going overhead or going here, taking this position now and challenging a lot of wrist, shoulder stability, as well as torso and core stability. So that gives you a few different options for challenging loaded carries, but either way, these are great ways to add to your core training and to add a functional postural control component to your core training.